call it cockiness. Some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Back to throw, it's Russell. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success. And it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his tight end. There he goes. Bulldozes his way through. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Hands it off. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. A designed run for the quarterback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Alabama.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Breaks into the open. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. First down, second down, third down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go, and it makes it so easy to be a play caller.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quickly complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Quarterback keeps it. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Got the quick completion. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Puts it out of the air. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense has taken everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Booth. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And the Tigers have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Overton. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Got his man on the right. Open space at the 25. Turning it on. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Really nice job of awareness on first down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, he's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. They want to throw it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tiger. A great catch and run for 6. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Makes it past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Caught behind the line. It's Meadows. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And now on second down for this offense. The give to the left side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipke if they can stop him on third down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They boot it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see...
He smashes his way through again. He steps out of bounds at the 16, but now they have some room to operate. They have some time here late in the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Hauls it in. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play. And
they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. And you got to communicate.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Makes the grab on the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Firing to the right, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. They go to the ground. And into the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. To the air, it's Russell. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Alabama will get the first down. No huddle here for the offense. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. To the air, it's Russell. Fires left. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. The sure hands, it's Booth. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff from the shotgun. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quick completion on the out route. Still on his feet at the 45. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed.
There he goes to the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Can't get him to the ground. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
Now the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice this game. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They'll line up for a second down play. They want to run this quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. It's complete.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Gives it on the option. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown time! Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Starting to feel a little pressure. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Two-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Give to the back. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Working on the right. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Using his legs, it's Charles. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. This is a designed run. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. Got all he needed for the 1st down, and then he gets down on the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Russell. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's going to fire deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, in this defense trying to make sure they stay on top.
And here's the deal. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. 4th and goal, which makes a difference to me because I drove the ball down the field. I've had some success. Do I want to stay aggressive here? This offense is down, but has a chance to really put some points on the board and make a little bit of a splash.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. To the air, it's Russell. Touchdown, Alabama! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Wants to pass. Throws to the back. Pass is incomplete. No good on the 2-point conversion. They tried to stretch this lead out to a field goal, but they're still up by 1. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless snatches it on the run. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Tigers. They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. They can't convert the 2, and the lead stays at 5.
That keeps the score. Clemson 27, Alabama 22.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. The sure hands, it's Charles. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Now, you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage, and more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Calls his own number. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. 4th and short, ball right at midfield. It at least crossed my mind. Maybe they'll try to draw them off sides.
It might have crossed your mind, but did it ever cross your mind not to go for this?
No. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. Grabbed over the middle, it's Charles. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
That's a huge blow, man. You got a chance to go take the lead and yourself in a position you know you can win the ball game, and now instead of that, you've turned the football over. Now you're trailing. The defense is going to have to do something special for you.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got the first down himself. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Looks as if they're going to get the W behind a really good performance from their passing attack and maybe hold that edge in the rankings as well, fellas.
They're going to hold the edge. They're going to create some separation, too, I think, because of the throwing ability. This quarterback came into this game lighting it up. We knew in the preseason this guy had talent, but against an opponent like this, David, it's impressive to see his performance.
Well, it's one thing to have talent, but to get all the talent with the new pieces every single year to work together, this passing attack looks like they're going to be formidable. And now you already got that one top 25 win for the resume to keep building throughout this season.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
From the red zone, it's Overton. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Dead center perfect.
That's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big move.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. To the air, it's Russell. He's taking the deep shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. How much fun is that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.